Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for June 11th, 2024. This is for Cancer. I almost said July 11th, and I'm like, oh my gosh, last shuffle here. It's uncanny how Spirit's like telling me different dates, and I'm like, maybe this is going to be an important date for somebody, and maybe I shouldn't stop myself. I should just say what comes. New supportive connections with loss. Talks about somebody who's supporting you, but they may be newly supporting you, and it's because they've either lost an obligation or something. So now they're open to being able to help you or something here. Yeah, something balances out for them, and it is due to a loss. Or they finally took a second look at something and said, you know what? I don't need this in my life. Therefore, I'm there for Cancer. I can be there for Cancer now. Justice and Ace of Swords. So we have new supportive connections with Justice, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and Eight of Wands. This is about a person in your space that is newly supportive, or a very new person that's supportive of you. They see the truth, and at first they were listening to gossip, and now they're seeing that it's gossip, it's not true. They're listening to truth now, and now they want to make something right. This is someone that may have succumbed to the gossip and kept their distance from you because they just, they thought that was true. Now they realize none of what they were told was true about you. Someone now is like, holy crap, when they really, like you hear something, you're like, no, oh my gosh, Cancer did that. Oh, I'm never talking to Cancer again. Then they sit, after you have some time, you sit and think about the story. You're like, that doesn't even make any sense. Nothing is jibing. Nothing is moving according to whatever. And it's mostly because they kept their distance from you. It looks like someone was like, oh no, I'm not going to. So they were cold to you. Maybe they were, ignoring you, blocking you, or not speaking to you, just period. And now they're going, no, oh wow, I was lied to. I was deceived. And it's only because I was away from Cancer that I didn't get a chance to see it sooner. Right? They would have seen it had they spoken to you, had they found out anything, had they just like taken the time to get the facts. And now that they've got the facts, right? Because the loss is now they don't know what the heck they were thinking, listening to gossip, and so now, they're seeing the truth. There's something about someone being newly supportive of you because now they know the truth. Peace is the world and Five of Swords. This is wild. Okay, wild to me. The pieces, they have no other choice but to try. Their intention is to get closure, right? And almost to the point of like they're gonna get on their knee or something and bend their neck down, like, go ahead and chop my head off because I already know I messed up. But they're going to play mind games first. I see someone playing mind games. They're going to be like, or you can't really fault me for hearing this or that. I was betrayed too, type of vibe. And it's like, no, when you're supposed to be my connection, right? Because I'm seeing newly or a new supportive connection. If you're my, connection of mine, period, right? You should be able to like, what's the word? You should be able to apply some logic and reason to a situation. I don't know. The story doesn't make sense. Now that you thought about it, doesn't, after all the things that you may have done, they may have played mind games. They may have spread the rumors. They may have been with it at first. And now they may come in and just be like, I was betrayed too, though. That happened to me as well. And that would be their way of apologizing. That would be their way of trying to make peace with the situation or to bring peace to the situation. This is someone who prides themselves on being fair. This is very difficult for them to accept that they fell victim to gossip, or they fell victim to being, to some untruth. And they accepted it without any question. They drank the Kool-Aid, and now they're like, well, I didn't know it was them. They tricked me too. And it's like, but you pride yourself on being a very fair, honest, straightforward person. How could you have ignored how quickly something came in and how much it didn't even make sense? Right? Only somebody living in a hole could have told that story. If they knew me, they wouldn't have said, The stuck energy with the Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands. This person is stuck on being on the side of right. They're stuck on the problem, the conflict at hand, and it's like they're so stressed out about they're overthinking how they could accept something so readily. I feel like they're really upset with themselves, to be honest with you. They're stuck on how easily they drank that Kool-Aid, right? This is very interesting, Cancer. Who is against you? Who is against you? I'm trying to figure this out, because what in the world? But someone's trying to make peace with that whole situation. They're trying really hard to figure out how they could have believed something like that. Um, but I do see them coming in trying to bring closure to the situation. They're going to be honest with you. They're going to, but the honesty also is laced with a bunch of, but I didn't have a choice. What would you have done if somebody came to you and said this to you? And you'd probably, according to this, you're almost saying to them, like, I would have done my due diligence. I would have asked you some questions first before I started distancing myself. Like, come on. So you could be dealing with a Libra or a Capricorn. I see very strongly. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.